or trying to be.
Right.
And usually what happens then, anything that's very common gets whittled down in price, especially if you go on eBay or something like that, which doesn't really, the mentality of an eBay shopper is cheap, cheap, cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Does not necessarily make a good long-term customer for a business, unless you're dealing always in closeouts and cheap, cheap, cheap. But if you're specifically targeting a niche, and we're saying sporting goods, and in this particular case, exercise equipment, the rower would have been a good opportunity. And there's other things that you find during life that, by accident sometimes.
It seems that it's more than just the recognition. The recognition of the opportunity is a huge first step that you need to take. But actually taking the step, doing the research, bringing the candy to school, I think is the very...
Well, that's what sets them in from the boys.
Yeah.
Because there's every person you talk to almost will have some type of desire to be self-employed or own their own business, or they'll want to be a millionaire, and live a life of ease. However, only a tiny, tiny percentage will actually take any action. They'll think about it, they'll talk about it, they'll wish about it, but they will be continually distracted by the television, by other things that take their time that they don't want to give up.
Right.
You have to give up something. You can't have everything. Mm-hmm. If you're going to start a small business and be successful, and you're starting out with nothing, if you're not inherited into it, you're going to have to really work hard, work smart. You're not going to be able to watch The Simpsons every night. You're not going to watch American Idol every night. You're going to have to take hours that are wasted other places that are non-producing time and turn them into positive goal.
Most people that's as
much. Yeah, I guess it would be asking too much. I think they're well intended, but the persistent dedication that to go on. It's easy to do for a week. I mean, when I was a kid, how long is Lent? You only have to give up something for a few weeks, for Lent in the Catholic faith. So most people can get by that. But when you have to be persistent for, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5, 10 years, now that is tenacity, and that's really, what makes people successful is their stick-to-itiveness. Their stubbornness, their willingness to pick themselves up, start over if they fail, find out what went wrong, try to improve it, and go on. It's just no other real way. Is there such a thing that people get rich quick? It's about as many odds as a lottery winner. It does happen. Somebody gets rich quick doing something fluky, but usually it's a very long, dedicated process that you work hard at, and it just doesn't come overnight.